How can you live a healthy lifestyle if you're constantly tripping over your own 2 feet? All kidding aside, this is a common problem seniors face and can lead to falls as we age. If you can relate, this video will be perfect for you. We'll fix your frequent tripping for good. Tripping while walking can happen to the best of us. As we age, it can become more common and be quite dangerous. Many of the falls that our patients are recovering from were caused by a simple trip or a stumble. And by the way, this isn't just a part of life. There are actually reasons why this happens. The good news is that tripping while walking can easily be avoided. Today, we'll go over a few simple exercises and tips that'll help you avoid stumbling while you walk. It's so important that we stay active as we age. Maintaining our mobility and independence is a key factor to living a long and healthy life. This often means going for a walk or two each day and getting some aerobic exercise. But how can you do that if you lack confidence in your walking? Let's address these concerns and review a few helpful tips for improving your walking habits. There's a few reasons why people tend to trip while they walk. One main reason is lacking the range of motion of your foot and ankle. So not getting your toe off the ground. You've probably heard that before, and I'm sure you've seen people or maybe yourself have suffered with shuffling of the feet. You can hear yourself walk or your loved one walking from a mile away and you're saying, pick up your feet. Well, it's not as easy as just thinking about it. And if you're doing two things at one time, you can't just think about walking the whole time. That's supposed to come as kind of a habit. You're not supposed to have to think about it. The other thing is lacking a good gait speed and a normal stride length. Actually having a proper gait speed allows you to walk with less effort spent so that you can use more focus and more effort and recovering from anything that might come in your path. The other thing is having a decent stride length. If you're taking short strides, you actually can't get your foot up and clear your heel as easy. So short steps team, they make you shuffle in a way. So here we're going to show you a few exercises and why these exercises will carry over into better walking. Let's start off with ankle flexion. So 1 foot at a time here. If you feel comfortable without holding on, that's okay. But if you need to hold on to something like a countertop, that's great too. You want to focus on getting as big of a range of motion, flexing your ankle as you can. So your heel's going to stay on the ground and you're just going to lift the end of your foot or the toe end of your foot off the ground as high as you can. Go through about 15 full repetitions there, and believe it or not, you should feel this burn a little bit. When you're done with 15, switch sides, make sure to do the other side, and then go back and forth a couple sets on each side. By doing this, you're not only working on the muscles that bring that foot into dorsiflexion, but you're also kind of building those motor control or that repetitive motor control that you need when you walk. And this is going to set us up for the next one. So that first exercise kind of shows you what your starting range of motion is on that dorsiflexion. If you want to improve your dorsiflexion, sometimes you got to work the muscles that are kind of resisting that motion. So the calf muscle in general is a muscle that can limit or dictate how much you can dorsiflex your ankle. So let's do a calf stretch. Calf stretch can be done a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different slant boards, or you can use wheel chalks to stretch your calves, or you can find just like a step or a stair, kind of back up to where your heels are hanging off the stair and then drop your heels down to feel that stretch too. It's not really important how you do the stretch. It's more important that you're feeling it in the right spot. So you should be feeling it anywhere from the Achilles tendon up the back of your calf. You should feel that good deep stretch. You have to stretch hard enough to where you actually can make a physical change, but not so hard that it hurts, because we don't want to rob Peter to pay Paul and end up having a setback here. So once you find that perfect sweet spot, hold it for 30 to 45 seconds and then step back. I always like to take a break in between sets, but I don't like to just have idle time. So in between, you want to go up and down on your toes a few times. So let's shoot for 10, that's your goal. So up as high as you can on both feet and down, heels off the ground, and kind of repeat that 5 to 10 times. And then go back and stretch a second set. So we're going to flip-flop. You're going to go from a calf stretch for 30 to 45 seconds. In between, you're going to do 5 to 10 heel raises. and you're gonna go back and do 3 sets total of both of those. Those first 2 worked mainly on improving your range of motion and flexibility. Now we're gonna tie it all together with some functional walking. We wanna get you bringing it into practice. So we're gonna do a slow walk, kind of exaggerating that heel to toe mindset that we talked about earlier. And then right from there, we're gonna go into a fast walking where you're gonna work on improving your gait speed and stretching out your stride length. Then we're gonna go back and forth between those 2 until something starts to click. I'm not gonna assign a specific number of sets and reps here. I just want you to go until you start to feel good with it. So you can spend 15, 20 minutes on this. You can start off with 5 minutes. There's no perfect way to do it, only what's perfect for you. So you start off just walking normal, only you're going in super slow-mo. And you're trying to exaggerate your dorsiflexion and striking your heel down first. And then as your weight shifts through the step, you bring your toe down and then step through and do the same thing with the other side. Go maybe 15, 20 feet on this one. Then turn around and go that 15 or 20 feet fast and far. Count your steps if you want to and get this done in as few steps as possible while keeping it smooth. Then turn around and go slow and vice versa. Use these tips and practice these exercises every day, and before you know it, your confidence with walking will return. And be sure to check out this video about improving leg strength. I'll see you there.